Welcome back. All right, time to review the first of two games tonight in the National Hockey League, Carolina in Washington against the Capitals. And I get the feeling that this is probably how this series is going to go, where the shots are heavily favoring Carolina. I don't know if it's going to stay this lopsided, but it's definitely the way Carolina plays. They take shots by the bushelful, and the Capitals look for exactly the right shot. And it's not that one is better or one's right and one's wrong, just they're very different ways of playing the game. So it's Anderson versus Thompson. It was nice to see Freddie Anderson back in the net tonight for Carolina. Early press by the Canes. Wilson then fires one wide on a rush. 3 minutes in, the Canes had the only shot on net. I will not be surprised if we have a bunch of low-scoring games throughout this series. Won't surprise me at all. Burns fires one wide as the Canes press. Duhaime then has a rush chance that's blocked. The Canes press at 5 minutes. Hall is denied from the slot. And 6 minutes into the game, the shots are 4-0 in favor of Carolina. We get a power play for the Capitals. The Canes' penalty kill was perfect in that first round, of course. There's an early clear. Ovechkin has a one-timer that's held. Carlson has a chance that's held as well. The power play was killed off. There's pressure by Washington after it ends. Gostisbehere then has a wrister that's held. We get some pushing there. Not an overly physical game in terms of a lot of punching or stuff, but I think we'll get there at some point in the series. Svechnikov has a shot that's held as the Canes press. There was a post for Gostisbehere on a one-timer, or as I wrote on the board, post for Ghost. So, there you go. Gostisbehere was prominent, just not a lot of puck luck for him tonight. Canes press with 8.5 minutes left. The Caps then get some pressure a minute later in the game. The Canes go back to the power play. Aho has a slot shot that's blocked out. There's a shorthanded Protas chance that he fires wide. There's a late cycle. Power play's killed off. One shot on net during that power play. Then it's post and out for Svechnikov. The fans call when the referee doesn't, so he's informed that he sucks, because otherwise, how would he know? Roy has a rush chance that's held. We get some pushing, and the Caps press to close it out. So after the first period, the main talking point coming out of that first period was that Carolina outplayed Washington badly. It didn't matter. And there were numerous times during this game where I said to the TV, it doesn't matter because this game is really close. So it's nice to see the shot attempts being one way or the other, but it doesn't necessarily make a big difference, though. Yeah, the shot attempts were more than 2-1 in favor of Carolina in that first period. Second period, early press by the Canes. McMichael loses an edge on a wraparound chance. Then there's a post for Dubois. The Canes press at 2.5 minutes. Stankoven can't bury one in close. And then at 3:53, on a rush, Protas wires one far corner to open the scoring for Washington. Duhaime and Carlson with the assists. So 1-0 in favor of the Capitals. And 5 minutes in, shots are 4-3 for the Caps. But after that goal that got them the lead, felt like the Canes started playing their game yet again. So Svechnikov has a rush chance that's held. The Canes press 7 minutes in. Kotkaniemi has a wrister that's blocked. Jankowski to Martinuk near miss. Jankowski would exit before the end of the second period and did not return to the game. Jarvis has a rush chance that's caught and held. McMichael to Wilson, near miss there. The teams trade rush chances. A net feed to Robinson is blocked. Ovechkin then ends Jarvis, just absolutely flattens him. That got some cheers from the crowd. Hey, Ovechkin knows how to throw hits. Net feed to Protas gets blocked. Stankoven has a wrister that's caught and held. And then it's crossbar and out for Svechnikov on a rush. Svechnikov, lots of chances, couple of posts. At some point in this series, I think we'll see him getting some goals sooner or later. The Canes press with 3.5 minutes left. Aho has a tip shot that's saved. There's more pressure by Carolina. The Canes dominated that second half of that period. The Washington Capitals had to feel fortunate to come out of that second period with a 1-0 lead. And then we get to the third. There's an early hold by Thompson, as it looks like Carolina's going to pick up where they left off. The Caps then draw an early power play. There's an early clear, and then another. A shorthanded 3-on-2 not only ends the power play for Washington, it draws a penalty, meaning that we then get a power play for the Carolina Hurricanes. Early clear by the Caps. Gostisbehere has a slapper that's held. This is where it was announced by Emily Kaplan that Jankowski won't return tonight. I'm just going to say Emily Kaplan is so darn good at her job. Fantastic job I thought she did tonight. Hall has a one-timer that's held. There's a late cycle. That power play's killed off. The shots are 7-0 Carolina 6 minutes in. So this is not something that Washington's going to want to see happen at any other point in this series. You're up 1-0, true, but you want to have those chances and drive the play in the third period, especially at home. Orlov breaks up a 2-on-1. Leonard then has a rush chance that's held. We get some pushing, and then at 9:42, it is a turnover, and it's buried. Stankoven wires one from the slot. The assist to Kokaniemi, and all of a sudden, it's a 1-1 tie. Hall fires one high from in close, as now Carolina's looking for the lead. Dubois has a net drive chance. That's blocked. Aho fires one wide on a rush. Protas then has a rush chance that's caught and held. With 7.5 minutes left, the shots are 10-2 in favor of Carolina. And then teams just stopped getting shots on net. For instance, Leonard misses one wide on a fast break. The Canes press with 4.5 minutes left. They're not really able to get much at the net. Eller then has a net feed that's picked off. Then with 2:07 left, the Canes get a power play, which leads to some booing. Chychrun argues on his way to the box. I'm not sure how. It was a high stick. It's a high stick. They have to call it. And so, yeah, there's really not much of a chance to not call it because it's a high stick. You catch a guy high with the stick, it's right there in the rule book. The fans inform the referee that he sucks, but if it had been roles reversed and if a Carolina stick had come up on a Washington player and it had been called, I don't think the referee would have been told that he... I'm just theorizing that referees usually don't chant ref you suck for calling a penalty on the other team. Aho fans on one. There's a failed clear. Things get punchy on a stoppage behind the Caps net. No penalties. I thought for sure Roy would get a penalty for a cross-check there on Blake, and then maybe they'd even it up by taking a Carolina player, but nope. So, it is playoffs. There's no power plays. Back-to-back clears. Power play was killed off. Carolina did not manage a shot on net. So, coming out of that third period, we have a 1-1 tie. Nothing is resolved. We're going to overtime. Svechnikov is a rush chance that deflects out. As I said earlier, Svechnikov he's going to start scoring at some point in this series. Then there's a near miss for Dowd from the doorstep. Chatfield has a tip shot that's held. And then at 3:06, Slavin. It's a screenshot that just finds its way under Logan Thompson's pad into the net. The assist to Martinook and Orlov. Carolina steals one here. They win 2-1. So the chess magnet's on the board because there was only 3 goals in the game. And they win this one in overtime. And the shots sometimes can be deceptive. In this case, not really. Shots on net favored Carolina the whole way. 12-5 in the first, 8-6 in the second, 11-3 in the third, and then 2-0 in the overtime. So, over the last 23 minutes and 6 seconds of this game, Washington managed 3 shots. They are going to have to change their strategies. Whatever they're doing, they're going to have to open up at least a little bit and start getting more shots because 14 shots is not enough, especially when Carolina has 33. Power plays, Carolina goes 0 for 3, Washington 0 for 2, so Carolina's penalty kill stays perfect. Hits. The hits were 44-31 in favor of the Carolina Hurricanes. Freddie Anderson, good return for him. Not overly busy. 13 saves on 14 shots. And Logan Thompson, 31 saves on 33 shots. I thought Thompson was excellent. I don't blame him on that one in overtime either because it was a screenshot and it's one of those ones that just catches his pads just a little bit up and goes in on the ice there. So Slavin gets a big game winner. He is a very popular player in Carolina, my favorite Carolina Hurricanes. So there you go. Carolina's now up 1-0. Washington has to win the second game. That pressure's there. You don't want to be going to Carolina down 2-0. So, close game. Could be a close series. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.